Hey guys, Richie here, and we're going to cover the Sony event, in case you don't know what Kotaku is, or you just recently stumbled onto the internet in the last 2 weeks. So Sony had their big event in New York, and rumor was it was going to be codenamed the Orbis, but it looks like they changed that last minute. Now, for a venue set up to be releasing a new console, something was obviously missing. Where the hell was the console? Did it get lost in shipping? Would the people backstage not quit playing with it long enough to bring the fucking thing out? Next, they unveiled the controller. It was pretty much what they'd released earlier through leaked info. They explained the share button, which honestly seems like a way to cut out the streaming sites like Twitch and Justin TV. Instead, you'll be streaming from Ustream and YouTube, until the next batch of software comes out that fixes this issue for all of you who don't want to use those sites. Now, to be honest, I can see some benefit to placing Facebook's social networking on the PS4. Social networking has become a pretty big deal in gaming. Personally, I don't see much in it. If I wanted everybody to know all about my business, I'd have posted it on Facebook to begin with. But what do you think? Is this something you would use, or does it feel like Sony is wasting money on something you have no use for? Now, on to stuff that I really did find interesting. The way that the PS4 is put together is more like a computer than a console. When you start up the console, you don't get some load-up screen as it starts to boot. You press the power button and you're good to go. Updates will be downloaded without you having to quit your game. When the system is turned off, it still updates. And when you start downloading the first bit of a game, you can start playing as it continues to download. Now, this is amazing, and I really hope that it turns out to be true and not another false promise because they didn't actually show us this working in action. Please keep your fingers crossed that it does not become another skateboard incident like Project Natal. If so, it solves a lot of the gripes I have about current-gen console gaming. Now, as for the games, there were some that looked interesting to me. Killzone looked smooth. Infamous Second Son had a good premise, but the lack of any actual gameplay is kind of keeping me on the sidelines for now. Square Enix came out and announced that they were working on a new Final Fantasy project, without any details. Just a wait till E3 promise that left me feeling like, really? Now, Diablo 3 being announced for the PS3 and 4 was the biggest surprise of the night. It's a game that's already out. If Sony wants to team up with Blizzard, I would have preferred if they'd have done a title that's not already out. Now, I do understand that this is a big deal for getting PC gamers onto consoles, but most PC gamers I know have consoles too. But at the end of the night, the two that stood out to me were Watch Dogs and Destiny, both of which are going to be released for multiple consoles. So, what the fuck is the point of buying a PS4 if I can play these games on consoles I already own? Sadly, no price or release date was set for the PS4. So at the end of the night, I feel like a $400 plus price tag is too much for what little Sony has shown us in New York. Maybe they should have waited till E3 when they actually had more to show for this announcement. Again guys, this is just my opinion, now let's hear yours. If you like the story and you want to see more, let us know by giving us a thumbs up. Click subscribe if you want to see more stories from us. And finally, share if you think this was worthy of your time. I'm Richie Roberts, and you're watching A.N.I.M.E.